Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of Live the Tendy Life with yours truly, Target Audience, and Hang Kong of the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's right, we were drafted the last episode. We're going to keep things going here. We played a first game, we lost 2-1. Now we've got 3 starts here in the preseason. So they're giving us the opportunity to start some games. Pardon me, I'm still recovering from my cold. So they give us some opportunities to start some games. Obviously, Sergei Bobrovsky's got the starting role this year. But, this is a but, our overalls are relatively, they're pretty close. So there shouldn't be too many instances where we're going to be completely riding the pine. Like, we should get a ton of opportunities here to play goalie this year and really get some development. I know you guys really wanted to see the NHL this year and see how we do against these guys. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try and stay here in the NHL through the preseason. I know some of you guys don't like this view either. Won't miss the net on that one. Also, it's been a little while since I've actually played Tendy. Oh, Letestu, you had that open, man. Feed him, go! What the hell? Oh, it's onside. It looked like it was going to go offside. All right. Shot by Hartnell. Rebound! Ah, Horton's got it. So, I know you guys like it when I talk about real NHL news, or not necessarily real NHL news, but personal life. Not even necessarily my personal life, but the life around me, whether it's current affairs, things like that. I mean, the biggest thing that went on in my city recently was the election. Now, anybody that it's politics, and politics bore a lot of people, but we had a huge thing here in our province. Provinces are states, for those of you that aren't aware. Pretty much the same thing. Oh, look at this! Alley-oop! Oh god, that was close. Anyway, in Canada, we don't have Democrats and Republicans. We call them liberals and conservatives. Those are the two opposite sides. That's basically the equal portion of that. That's the same thing. So anyway, in Alberta here, we tend to have a conservative mindset for the most part. A lot of our views are that of the way it used to be. That's the way we operate. Immigration, just personal things. Like, one of the things that I think is probably most liberal is probably gay marriage, and regardless of your political views on that one, I think that a lot, versus the United States, where there seems to be some still opposition. There isn't as much up here, obviously, because it is legal throughout the country. Pardon me, but the conservatives are generally basically the Republicans, and the liberals are the Democrats. Anyway, there was a bunch of scandals that went on with our government. Number one was they were using taxpayer dollars to fly their friends and family around, and it was a big bill. They racked up huge bills that the province had to pay for, that the people had to pay for, basically. Ooh, deflected. Good save. There you go. Oh, he missed the net on that one, thank God. Holy, sorry, I'm just focusing here. So yeah, they racked up these massive debts and not debts, but bills that they didn't declare. And then it came to the public knowledge that this had happened, and shit hit the fan, basically. Her name was Alison Redford. Alison Redford was the premier at the time. Premiers are basically senators. And, governors, pardon me, governors. Governors run your, senators are different, governors. And, hold on. Oh. Anyway, there were a couple things that happened with her, and she ended up stepping down, probably on advisement from the party. And so a new guy stepped in. His name was Jim Prentice, and he was just going to be the interim guy up until the election. Now, the party in power, I don't know if it's the same in the United States, but in Canada, the party in power has the ability to call an election at any point, basically, as long as they've got the majority, I believe, the way that works, the majority government. Anyway, so he calls an election early, 2 months before they were scheduled. So they were ready to go. Everybody else wasn't. So and Jim Prentice is another guy that really screwed things over for Alberta. He ended up spending like $13.5 billion or something like, or I think was it billion or million? Maybe it's million. 13.5 million in excess on a math calculation error. That's how bad it was. So, and then like he's trying to save money for the province, or so he says, and then he spends money on commercials and TV spots to tell people that he's saving money. And then he goes out and buys like 16 80-inch TVs, which ended up racking up like a $60,000 bill. And he's saying, yeah, we're trying to save money. Anyway, so people were upset with the Conservatives, long story short. Or people were upset with the Republicans, however you want to look at it. And for the first time in 44 years, the people of Alberta elected a Liberal government, the New Democratic Party, and that's the name of the party anyway. We've got a lot of parties. We have, in Alberta anyway, we got the New Democratic Party, and that's also at the federal level as well. Oh, geez, that was close. And then we got the Progressive Conservatives, and they are the Conservatives, basically. We just call them the PCs. And then you've got the Wild Rose Party, which is another conservative party. That's how conservative Alberta is they're so left-wing that we need two conservative parties. So that's the way it is. And then you've also got a couple other guys, like there's Alberta Party, which I don't really know what their stance is. I didn't even look at their political or their platform. Not a clue. Don't care. Oh, geez, almost out of position for that one. There's a save. Wow, we're doing pretty good actually in this one. And then you've got like the Green Party, and then yeah, we've got the Communist Party at all levels and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, we elected this government for the first time in 44 years since the Conservatives took over. Oh my God, where is it? What a save! Double rebound. Franz Nielsen on the doorstep, and nobody took care of him. Actually, I faced quite a few shots here to start. 8 shots. I guess that's not too bad. We're talking about government. So it was exciting. It's been interesting. I myself, I'm not afraid to tell people what I vote, but I almost vote almost all the time Conservative. It's the way I was, that's the family I grew up in. We weren't necessarily conservative and closed-minded. That's not it at all. We're not, gun-touting type people. But there's a save. There you go. Dish it out. But that's just, I think that in the earlier years, I felt that they reflected a lot of my views on the majority of things. That not everybody's going to represent you the best. You just try, perfectly. You just try to find somebody that represents you the best. And I felt that they represented me the best. But after all this, I couldn't do it anymore. I said, I'm not voting Conservative. I am voting for the New Democratic Party. And they won by a landslide. So they have a majority government, and things are looking up in Alberta anyway. I can't say looking up, but it's different, right? We basically handed the reins over to a bunch of new idiots to screw it up. That's basically what government is. Just a bunch of new idiots stepping in, hoping that they can do a better job than the last, and that's usually not the case. So, anyway, we can stop talking about politics. Crazy weather here in Edmonton. I'll give you guys the heads up. We ended up having snow after having 2 days before 20 degrees Celsius. Those of you that don't know what that is, that's pretty warm. I don't know exactly what that is. Actually, it's warmer than that. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. You guys can take a look and Google that, but 24 degrees Celsius is what we had, and then and then we dropped down to below 0 with snow. There we go. We're doing pretty good here in that, I think. So it was just nuts. I was pissed. Ready for... you know what? It's not... In Canada and Alberta especially, in colder areas, you come to expect snow. You come to expect the winter. I mean, that's the way it is. I know it comes every year, and it doesn't bother me when it comes. The problem is that it doesn't stay winter, or it doesn't stay summer. Because... And it's not the weather. It's not the temperature. I don't mind the temperature so much. I mean, I've lived with this my entire life. It's not a big deal. It's just the constant thawing and freezing that really screws everything up. The roads get horrible. My truck is always dirty, it seems. Even right when I wash it, it snows, and then it melts, and then all the gravel and sand that they put down to create traction during the winter on the ice basically creates mud, makes mud piles, and it's disgusting. That's the thing I don't like about it. So other than that, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. It's just a mess, absolute pigsty it creates when that was close. When it melts and thaws, that's the same thing. Thaws and freezes. It's very frustrating. There you go. My voice is doing pretty good. I've coughed a few times, but you know what? I've been able to keep up a good conversation. What else has happened recently in my life? I went and saw Volbeat and Anthrax. Big Volbeat fan myself. I hadn't seen them live yet. I don't know if any of you guys know who Volbeat is. I'm sure you do. Great band from Denmark. I definitely recommend you guys checking them out. They're fantastic. I'm a huge rock fan. There's no way you're going to catch me listening to rap or dubstep or anything fucking stupid like that. It's rock all the way. And they put on a fantastic show. Oh, they're one of those bands that if you heard a couple of their songs, you'd be like, oh, it's these guys. I know this song. And there's a couple of them that you would definitely know. And they do some good covers and stuff. They got a really interesting sound, which I think I like about them the best. You know, they're distinct. There you go, Johnson. Take it. And so it was a great concert. That was actually part of one of my Christmas gifts from my wife was concert tickets to Volbeat, and then I got Marilyn Manson, but that was a month ago. So it was actually April 2nd and then May 2nd I had a concert. So that was fun. I had a ton of fun at that. I had a couple beers. Rocked out. We were back a little ways. It was at Rexall Place. So I don't know. It was kind of cool. What else can I talk about? We've talked about quite a few topics that have happened in my life recently. You know, like think about some weird people at work. A guy that ran from the dog got tasered. He got bit by the dog. He shredded up his shin and leg, and or his shin and calf, pardon me. And then he ended up still fighting, so he got tased and pepper sprayed. I know last that was a Live the Life episode. We were talking about the police brutality thing down in the States that's going on and all that stuff. Pardon me. Hold on. Whoop. Yeah, we were talking about that, and but it was the guy was such a whiner too. I mean, I'm sure his leg hurt, but dear Jesus, get a grip on yourself, man. Like screaming like a little baby all the time. Whoop. Anyway, that's the world I live in. His leg was covered in blood. And it was all bandaged up still, but I think what he was doing, because he was jumping around on it like an idiot, he ended up tearing open his sutures and started bleeding again. So, oh, come on. What a save. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Some of these people are just stupid. Some are just, some are really good people that are misunderstood, make mistakes, things like that. But some of them are, they're career criminals. Like, I know a guy that I've been dealing with since he was 12 years old. He's 12 years old, and he's, was he 19 now? 18, 19, something like that. And he's grown up in the system, and it's just the way it is. It's sad. It's a really sad state of affairs. And, you know what? I think, all these videos on YouTube that people have put out, like, I'm gonna take a homeless man and give him this amount of money, get him a hotel room, give him a shave and a shower and all that stuff. The funny thing is, these people took it and they made it commercial, right? They made it a way to boost their channel, boost their ratings, things like that, get sponsorships, which is fine. But I mean, that was something that when I was a kid, I wanted to try and help out in the ways that I could. Like when people ask me for money, I don't give them money straight up. I'll offer, if I'm running into a 7-Eleven or a McDonald's, like, hey, you want me to buy you lunch, or I'll buy you a bag of chips or whatever it is, something. Because you know what, the biggest thing you need is food. Food and water. And I mean, I'm not here to support people's habits. I understand that people have addiction issues, but I'm not here to support that. I am here to support, if they are truly looking for some kind of help, they'll take it however it comes. Hold tight. That was close. Anyway, so, I'd always wanted to kind of, at some point before this became popular, once I became an adult, was to do that for somebody. Give them the opportunity to shower and shave and give them everything they need and a clean set of clothes, things like that. Like, I always wanted to do like that, help people out. But now it seems like if I were to do it, it's almost cliche. That's sad, that's sad. Maybe I should do it anyway, just because I feel like it. And, there's this other kid that I've seen and I've dealt with, and he has problems. But the biggest problem is he's never had a parent in his life to love him and care for him. And that's the saddest thing of all. And I've never given it any serious thought, because I don't think that I have the confidence to go through with something like that. But adopting a person like that, I think that would be one of the best things that you can do for someone, is to give them a family. That'd be amazing. I just can't bring myself to do it. Maybe it's something to do in the future. So we lose 1-0. No fault of my own. I ended up facing a ton of shots. You'll see here. How many shots did I face? 20 shots, only led in 1. I'm assuming we're a star. First star with a 950 save percentage. There's no way that coach can get mad at us. Pardon me. You guys are going to have to deal with some coughing for the next little bit. It's just the way it is right now for me. We're going to have an interview. Still looking for that first win, man. Still looking for that first win, and nothing. We do get to start against Philadelphia. Yeah, we'll leave it there. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. We got one more game left this week at least. We're going to try and play as many preseason games as we can. I mean, we want to get to the Stanley Cup at some point, right? So that's the way it is. So I'm going to leave it there. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Twitter. Link is in the description for that. Facebook, we have a profile. It's going to be more active coming up. So if you sign up for it and you notice that there's not much going on right now, don't worry. Pardon me, hang in there. It will come. Just be patient. I'm waiting on something else before it starts to get a little bit more active there. So I'm going to leave it at that. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about today's topics. And I guess that's it for this one. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.